Our post-game show, Blazers hold on for the win down the stretch. The final tonight, 127-110. They get the dub. It was a fun one. Got a little too close for comfort, in my opinion, at the beginning of the fourth quarter. But again, they found a way down the stretch. What were your biggest takeaways from this victory?
How the Blazers adjusted and handled the pace of play. We knew the Heat coming in were the top team in the league in terms of pace of play. You think that's going to be fun, but then all of a sudden you're playing faster than you're accustomed to. And I thought the Blazers turned the basketball over at a higher clip tonight than they had been.
And I spoke with Shaedon Sharpe after the game, and I said to him, slow start for you shooting in that first half, but it did not bother him whatsoever in the second half. What did you like about the way he looked for his shot?
His competitive greatness. I mean, being at his best when his best was needed. When Shaedon Sharpe needed to put his foot on the gas in the second half and be the primary scorer for the Portland Trailblazers, he was more than ready to take the assignment. He understood the assignment, and he set the tone.
And Deni Avdija, of course, as you guys know, left the game, and they had a pretty hefty lead when that happened. And of course, that got down to a little closer than I'd like, as I mentioned. But the guys, completely stepped up when he was out. And we know that Deni scores a lot, but the guys said, we're still not going to let someone get away from us.
Yeah, again, I thought the Blazers were able to play through turnovers by keeping their composure and their intensity on the defensive end. And then the variety of scores on the offensive end, whether it was Caleb Love or Tamani Kamara, there just was a lot of guys contributing on that end of the ball.
We love Caleb Love.
Oh, Caleb, I love Caleb Love. No pun intended.
Pun intended. Okay, let's talk about the month of January 2026. The Blazers are owning it so far. They're playing so well. What do you like about the way they have been playing on both ends?
The Blazers, the best record in the month of January in the league.
Yes.
Blazers.
Those
guys. Yeah. Well, let me tell you what they're doing, Brooke. They are just all pulling on the same rope. And I love when Thiago Splitter took the timeout, I think 2 minutes into, was it the third quarter?
Mm-hmm.
And then he reset and the Blazers went on a 14-2 run or something. In other words, he realized he saw one thing that reflected a lack of game plan discipline, and everybody course corrected. This team is really locked in.
And you, of course, mentioned a lot, rightfully so, got to take care of the basketball, squeeze the orange. What are a few other things you can put your finger on that you've seen improvement in with this group?
Well, I think spacing. I mean, I can't think of a possession tonight where the Blazers played in a crowd. And that was something earlier in the season that happened a lot, where somebody would over-penetrate, get in too deep, and get stuck, so to speak. And what happens with the experience of playing together is you start realizing how to play off of one another. And now all of a sudden, when somebody puts the ball on the deck, there's room to operate.
And we, of course, love when defense leads to offense. It was a beautiful play. You got Tamani with the steal, finds Caleb Love. And Caleb only had like a split second to figure out that he was going to throw that alley-oop to Shaedon. It's a perfect Blazers basketball play.
Well, yeah, coaches always talk about multiple efforts on defense. Defense is about solving problems, and it's about solving problems collectively. In this situation, the ball is in the corner, and the baseline and the sideline are extra defenders. Caleb Love says, I don't have anybody to guard. Well, Robert Williams said, I'll help. And so now all of a sudden you get in transition and Caleb Love takes one bounce and realizes that he has a chance to let Shaedon Sharpe dance with the stars. And this was the play I was thinking about. They get the trap in the corner. No, this is the same play. It's so nice we're going to show it to you twice. All right. So Caleb Love is going to throw it to Shaedon Sharpe again. Oh, I like it. I like it like that.
One more time. Just keep it on a loop. Keep it on a loop.
In TV, they say re-rack that, right?
Unbelievable. But I really do think it talks a lot about the chemistry of this group, that they were able to find each other. I mean, I don't know you've talked about this before, the difficulties of throwing an alley-oop. What do you always say about it? You can be a bad toss as long as you get it.
A bad alley-oop pass is a great play.
Yes, exactly.
If you throw it to an athletic player.
Like Shaedon Sharpe.
Like Shaedon Sharpe.
All right, instead of showing that play one more time, we are going to go ahead and head downstairs and hear from Thiago Splitter on this one.
Do we know anything about Deni at this point?
Yeah, he felt it a little bit, was a little stiff, and it was my decision to take him out and kind of like save from himself. He's fine. I just didn't want to go for it. So I think he's fine. He'll be fine.
He'll be able to go tomorrow?
Yeah, probably.
So he wanted to stay in, and you told him no?
Yeah. Your thoughts on the game tonight? It seemed like it was pretty close in the first half, and you guys were able to make a little headway in the second.
Yeah, I thought first half, we gave them too many 50-50 balls, and they just play harder than us. And sometimes it's not about X's and O's, or you're just gonna go there and play harder. And that's what they did in the second half. They bounced back, and the whole squad was way better, more focused. We rebounded the ball, we pushed the pace. Of course, we made shots and all of that, but the energy and the focus was better.
Would you describe the pace of play? Lots of back and forth, lots of shots.
Yeah, I mean, that's the pace they play with, and the fastest team in the NBA. And it's dangerous. You never know. They coming at you even after makes. I think we did a better job as the game went along. Last quarter, they scored 18 points. I felt like Rob Williams was tremendous, guarding, being higher on screens and contesting shots, protecting the rim. Outstanding game by him.
What do you like best about what your guys are doing through this string of wins?
Figured out in the fly. I think guys are learning. They're understanding better their teammates, what we want on offense, on defense, and just constantly getting better, honestly. I think that's what, it feels good as a coach to see that developing of the guys and just, night after night getting to play and show the stuff that they are working in practice, but also they're learning on the fly during games, timeouts, halftime film, film before the game. So they're learning.
How big was it to have Shaedon be able to kind of take over in the second half with not having Deni most of the half?
Yeah, he was kind of off the first half and 1 for 8, I believe, and hell of a second half. He was hot there, and we just tried to, give him touches, and he made the rest, to be honest.
Have you noticed that Shaedon, so he's gotten a couple technicals this season. It seems, I don't know, but it just seems to me maybe that that kind of motivates him a little bit, because it seems like he comes out and like...
It could be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But I don't know, he got frustrated. Actually, I didn't see the technical. He got frustrated with something. But he got it going. He made shots, and he was, again, I got also important rebounds, just flying over people and grabbing the ball. And just taking the challenge to guard one-on-one is something that we've been talking to him the whole season, and he's just being firmer in those one-on-ones, being stronger and holding his ground better. So he's also getting way better defensively than he started the season.
Their three-point shooting woes, was that your defense or them missing or a little of both?
Well, a little bit how they play, right? I think we knew they were going to drive and kick it out, and I think we were ready to contest those shots. Like I say, Rob was huge, but the rest of the guys, we always have extra efforts to get a hand up and try to move that, or at least, bother the shooters. And then, in the end of the day, it's miss or make shots. We made and they miss, but I think we did a good job contesting those shots.
Do you have a sense of whether Drew and Jeremy will play tomorrow?
We'll see how they feel. We hope so. That was the plan, for them to play the back-to-back with minute restriction. We'll see how they feel after the game. Also, of course, Deni, I feel confident they can play tomorrow with some, again, restrictions.
Did Rob get the box tonight, or who got the box?
Rob got the box.
All right. Thank you.
Rob Williams with the defensive award. He gets the box. Well deserved. Oh, what are you laughing at? What's so funny?
Well, he got 3 blocks, and he really got the box with the 1 block.
I know exactly
the
what
fast
you're
break.
talking about. And roll it. I'm just kidding. Okay, so of all the things that Coach Tiago Splitter just mentioned, was there anything that really stood out to you?
When he talked about Caleb Love, I just took a lot of notes because I'm locked in on what Caleb Love is doing. And what I got out of what Tiago Splitter said, and he's been consistently saying, is roster development. Guys are getting better. Guys are getting more experience from video, from practice, video before the game. He keeps talking about the teaching and the learning. And, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And Caleb Love is more than a willing student. Caleb Love is a scorer, not just a shooter. See, all shooters, Brooke, aren't scorers.
Okay.
Now, I want to distinguish the difference. A lot of guys are shot takers that aren't shot makers. But Caleb Love is a guy that scores. He can put it on the deck. He can get to the rim. He can break you down in isolation. You can run plays through him. You can run plays to him. He can do it all.
Caleb the Creator. That's our new nickname for him. Taking a look at his stats tonight. He did a little bit of everything. 4 of 12 from behind the arc. What did you like about his 3-point shots?
I like the fact that he got up 12 threes. Okay. Getting a shot in the NBA is a skill too, Brooke. It's not easy to get a quality look in the NBA. And Caleb Love is able in a number of ways. And we're going to take a look and break down how Caleb Love can dissect defenses and read the game. Coming up the floor, first of all, he's like, okay, nobody's in front of me on a catch and shoot. This is like a practice shot. I can run the floor. Now, as point guard, you're thinking he's setting the table. He's looking that there's no shot blocker at the rim. He's like, there's no play to run. I'm going right in a straight line to the rim. And he's able to make those decisions in real time.
And you mentioned him looking for his teammates and creating. I mean, like I said, that alley-oop to Shaedon, he had to make that decision very quickly. He's always looking for his teammates, his shot. There's just always something going on with Caleb Love.
So what good playmakers do, Brooke, is they always have vision, court vision. And when he caught that pass, he took one dribble with his head up and he saw Shaedon Sharpe. He's like, there's no second dribble. I'm just going to throw it from half court. And as long as it's close to the basket, Shaedon Sharpe's going to go get it.
It looked perfect to me. All right. When we come back, Tom Haberstroh will be joining the show talking about 3-point shots. So you don't want to miss that. Caleb Love loves the 3-point shot. We know that. And he should keep shooting them, as Michael just said. And Rip City Glass Nights are back. Be one of the first 5,000 fans in the arena for our February 6th matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies to secure a Drew Holiday commemorative glass. Visit trailblazers.com/tickets to secure your seats and see all upcoming Rip City Glass Nights.